Yes, that's right. We had made it to this other village. What was the vibe of this place? This was... I can't recall. I mean, we wandered in here and somebody said go and see a blacksmith. So I doubt it's the magic users? I don't know. We'll put these away. Only 4 hours of sleep, but you're determined to play some magic today. Yes, because obviously the revised deck going out for a spin, or are you still missing some crucial cards for it all? Also, appears to be a stone over here. Did we activate it? We must have activated it. Yes. Okay. There's our grindstone. This means the chest should be nearby as well. The stash is always reasonably close to the grindstone. There it is. Okay. Ah, you've got some on order, and they should be showing up today. But you've got like what? 3-4 hours before they come. Before you're heading out.
No. You're not a Dowriata. You're too scrawny. Wouldn't make much of an impression.
What are you on
I
about?
was thinking of knocking you flat in a fight. So Concha would see it and say, bloody hell, that Vika's strong. I'd love to wrestle her.
Wait, I'm part of your foreplay?
It just wouldn't work.
I'm strong enough.
No. This needs someone with a bit more meat on their bones. But thanks for the offer.
I feel like I was being used as like a sex toy in this situation. I'm the foreplay for whoever she's planning on wrestling with. What do you see in Conquer? I mean, this implies we should have spoken to them before. Also, welcome, Augment. Yes, I'm operating on about 90%. So not fully human, but...
Massive fists. Must have crushed dozens of skulls. And the scars. Look how long and thick they are. He's taken so many blows and he's still walking, breathing, like nothing ever happened.
He's from a different tribe? Okay, I really should have spoken to this other person, right?
What does that matter when he's as strong as an Ulfr? Sure, there are things he still needs to learn about us, but I'd help him with that.
I bet she would. So that's how Ulfrites caught people.
How else could it be? What do your people do when they want to, you know, drinks, nice meal, down to the pictures or something like that? No. They wrote romantic letters, knights fighting tournaments for a lady's honor. They give gifts, jewelry, embroidered handkerchiefs, flowers. They share smut books. Have you seen the latest copy of Beautiful Liliana? Let's go, I guess. Where's just the night of drinking together? Getting to know each other. I guess we'll do the letters. Look at me. Can you picture me writing romantic letters?
You're waiting for a Pokemon announcement. I didn't realise. Is this coming from Ninty or is this coming from the Pokemon Company? I can?
Then you might need your head checked.
Oh, I guess I'm going to have to go through all of these checks because there's no leave. Okay. No knight has ever fought in a tournament for a lady's honor. Only his own.
And the women don't fight. They just sit and watch. Mata, I'd die of boredom.
I really need to watch Knight's Tale again. That's one of those good go-to movies when you just... that's a good Sunday afternoon movie, isn't it? Gifts, sure. Everyone loves gifts.
Like he's got a cold? How the hell does a handkerchief show him I can fight? Well, I could give him a good wallop.
Maybe just try talking to him.
I'm no good at talking. I'd forget what I wanted to say. And he'd think I'm thick. He probably already thinks that. With me just sitting here, staring at him.
I wouldn't say perfect Sunday, but it is a good Sunday afternoon movie. Like, there's definitely a type of movie, kind of like, obviously, kind of family movie type thing. Is like Studio Ghibli films are really good, kind of Sunday afternoon movies. But I would put like Knight's Tale in that because it's light-hearted, fun, kind of like it's got a good soundtrack. What can you tell me about? That's also a name I've not seen yet.
What's there to say? He's the strongest, so he leads. Even if the giant hadn't marked him, no one would have matched him.
He's fought giant? Alright. I feel like I should have spoken to a lot of other people before I spoke to her. Alright. So, who are you?
Don't I know you from somewhere?
We were in prison together. Ah! He was the guy that basically broke out of his own cell.
Aye, that's it. I knew you looked familiar. It's good to see a fellow survivor from that cursed hole. Tell me, friend.
Also, his volume is a lot higher than hers was.
I need to know everything.
Caradoc. Not sure how I feel about him yet. It was an adventure, and I didn't lack company. Yeah, we don't know how we could.
If you've got the guts to dislike the man who saved your life, he must have really done something to rub you
He
the wrong way.
did try and stab me in... Well, he succeeded in stabbing me in the chest.
When someone saves your life, you owe them a debt until you can repay it. Usually by saving theirs. But now that I think about it, you don't have to like them. Respect is enough. So tell me, what's happening in the wider world?
What is happening? Same old. The world's ending. Weirdness is scaring the wits out of people. Why didn't Ulfr tribe help the Gunvalder tribe? Yeah, they keep mentioning this guy who must be the chief. I guess I should have spoken to the chief first.
Sounds about right. That's why I wanted to get back to my own people. Why should I risk my neck for outsiders? They've always treated us Dalrida like we're some necessary evil. Sure, they're nice enough when you're useful. But once it's over, they look at you like you're a stray dog. Nay, thanks. Dalrida will always be Dalrida, even if they're not my own tribe.
The Gunvalder?
I wasn't here when Camelot attacked my tribe. I was already rotting in the asylum. If I had been, they wouldn't have pushed us back to the keep. Or maybe I'd have died an honourable death. I only know this.
Yeah.
Thrigve forbade it.
I mean, the big dogs I could understand. But the skeletons, you'd think somebody would question it. The chief?
Not my chieftain. Not my problem.
Not my monkey, not my circus.
Wasn't exactly lively when I left the village, but now it's glowing. No one knows why. The Thoid called it a blessing. Told all the Dalreda they should rejoice. But if you ask me, they got scared. Maybe that's why no other tribe helped. Not Ulfr, not Volker, nor even Thoid, who told us to be happy about our giant.
Uniting the tribes.
Good. It's about time. These tribes have had their heads so far up their own arses, acting like their problems are the only ones that matter. Who doesn't have problems, eh? Back in Arthur's time, we stood as one. Now, we're so damn stubborn we can't see past our own noses. It's bloody senseless.
Alright, well, he seems fairly grounded. I guess, you know, several months in an asylum will do that to a person. Alright. Whose house is this? Hearth Hall. Okay, right. Boss is going to be in the mead hall, isn't he? Is there a big chair at the end of it? I feel like I should be able to do some cooking on here, right? Oh, we can just take some... Oh, it's less than... I was imagining grand hall, big table in the middle... That kind of hearth hall. No, it's just... Basically the galley. It's just the kitchen. Okay. Not what I was expecting. Okay. Wow, did it... It wasn't this dark when we walked in. It got dark quick. Right, is the boss man at the top of the mountain then? Oh, there is a door there. There you go. Hall of the Stonewardens. Well, we met some in the last map. Right. Let's chat with you, Nolog.
I'll be. I'd offer you my hand, stranger, but with the stone sleep taking me away, I reckon that's not the best idea. Still, I'm glad to see a new face before I leave this world behind. Especially someone with such a rare way about them. My name is Noleg. You're the last living soul outside my kin to hear that name.
I dare say it's going to get chiseled into some rock somewhere, right? Stone sleep?
Well, I am a Stonewarden. And by our custom, a day comes when a Stonewarden begins to slip into the stone sleep. We give ourselves to the ore. Stone our forebears carved through for ages, raising halls and strongholds from its heart. We become yet another monument to the forlorn swords.
He's planning on getting petrified. Is it painful? How long does it take? What about your body? Where will you be when the stone sleep is finished?
It's a deeply personal thing. Different for everyone. I've known Stonewardens who felt the first signs of the stone sleep at dawn, and by the next dusk, they were already searching for the place they'd turned to stone. And I've known others, where it took years. There's no rule to it. I don't count the days anymore, but I can feel it's nearly time for me to choose a place for myself.
Will it be painful?
On who you ask. Me, I feel no pain. Just peace. I knew what I was signing up for. Every Stonewarden does. But not all see it the same way. My family passed long ago, so I leave no one behind. But Ulfr, he still has his daughter, Fuska. And she's been arguing with Darvan for weeks now, fighting over what should become of her father. When the time draws near, one makes the journey to a place where they wish to fall asleep. And finally, when their body can no longer move or feed itself, their kin tend to them, feeding them, offering water, leaving gifts, and keeping vigil as the sleep takes hold.
So we have seen a bunch of what we thought were just statues, like in the snow with little offerings around them. I guess those are literally people that have turned to stone, then. Do you need help?
Oh, no. I'm just fine with how things are.
This Ulf fella, does he need help?
One of the finest Stonewardens I've known. Had the habit of diving headfirst into any hole he spotted underground. Nothing could stop him.
And his daughter?
Uska doesn't agree with our tradition. Understandable. She doesn't want to lose her father. But the poor girl doesn't understand that being called to the stone is the highest honor for a Stonewarden.
And Darvner.
Darvan is the leader of the
Darvnan.
Stonewardens. And right now, maybe the most important man in the tribe. Since Tryggva's no good for anything anymore.
He said, I have a rare way about me. You can see the other soul, can you?
You tell me. I don't know what it is exactly, but there's something different about you. They say the stone sleep makes folk more attuned to the rare and unusual things in this world. Seems you carry one of those in you.
He's sensing me aura, is he? Right. This chieftain
Let's
fella.
not talk nonsense, all right?
All right.
Farewell, traveller. It was good to see a new face in the Ulfr village. Who knows? Maybe I'll still be around to see your coming bear some fruit.
Nope. We got a basement. Is this Fuska? Ast. Is he Ast backwards? Well, I mean, we could just get into that, and it's not stealing, surprisingly, but honestly, not a lot there that's really that worth it.
I'm not dead!
Hello, Sky.
Not dead.
Right, well, I guess we're talking with Assman here.
You're in the Hall of Remembrance.
Oh, Ast is actually a girl.
The
Okay.
Stonewardens. My name's Ast. I look after this place. Try not to make noise or touch anything.
Hall of Remembrance.
Yes, it's a hole where symbols of remembrance for our ancestors are kept.
Always looking forward to rolling dice. I am going to have to check my character sheet again, because it's been a week since I actually kind of put it together, so I can't remember any details of it. I'm going to have to figure out how to play a new character.
Oh, all sorts. Best if you take a look yourself.
What do you know of the stone sleep? Will you enter one day too?
Very likely. I spend a lot of time near the weird stone.
So it's contact with the weird stone that turns you to stone.
That and weird steel, yes. But it takes time.
And that's normal here?
Yes.
You're very succinct, aren't you? Okay, chieftains and warriors.
They were. As well as master craftsmen.
Like who?
Old Eirg, who was the first to describe the properties of weird steel.
What do you do here?
I keep things in order. And I guard this place and the memory of the Stonewardens' history.
Oh, you're going to be throwing Gary a curveball, are you? Discrepancy between the PHB and the Valda firearms. I guess the PHB ones are the more up-to-date ones, right? But knowing Gary, he's going to go let you take whatever is either more powerful or more thematically appropriate to your character. So I don't think he's going to be too fussed. What are those warriors standing there? Small busts and stone heads represent.
Various Dalrida who earned honor in the Stonewardens. I don't know if their names will mean anything to you.
Let's find out.
All right. That sculpture is Glimhilder Ironfinger. Ring any bells?
Not particularly.
She led the Stonewardens 2 centuries ago. She looked just like that sculpture.
Man's head on the other
That's the
side.
likeness of Magnar, known as Flint Magnar. One of the greatest masters of shaping weirdstone.
Ulfr.
Yes. Though in the Stonewardens, tribal ties don't matter much.
Alright, well, we're going to leave the curator here to our own business. Who are you?
I wouldn't come any closer if I were you.
Alright. Why is that?
Because I said so. And here in the official hall of the Stonewardens, my word is law. Leave in peace. I'm not granting an audience.
Welcome to strangers.
Your powers of observation are truly impressive.
I mean, we have a 10 in perception, was it? I can't remember.
Until next time.
So you're saying there will be a next time? Maybe he's the only person that doesn't like the skeletons. So that's why he's telling me to fuck off, basically. Alright. Well, I guess we do need to find the chieftain. No, it being night time, that might be a bit trickier. We didn't go into that bit, did we? Okay. Which one do we look? Maybe that one's chieftain's house? No, we were here. Okay. Yes, there's little Miss Fighty over there. Forge of the Ulfr tribe. Okay, I think somebody told me to go to a forge when we first got here. Erland. Ulfr barracks. And then this is just back to where we were. Okay. Fine. We'll go to the forge. Because somebody did tell me to go there.
Egil sent you, did he? I'm Stroner, a blacksmith. What brings you to our village?
Right. I've been sent about the moot.
That kind of order should go straight to Thrigvi, though I doubt he'd be eager to leave his throne. Until a new chieftain is chosen, Thrigvi won't attend the moot.
I've been told to help with whatever is necessary.
Well, that's good news. You're just the kind of person I've been hoping for. To help with Thrigvi, that is.
You want the golf bag made of gold. Gold-plated and everything.
He always dreamed of surpassing mortal strength, of becoming as mighty as the giants. He became obsessed with the lone pillar near our village. The Ulfr might not be known for their writing, but we have our legends. Thrigvi found out the pillar was a place where giants entrusted their souls to the Fore-dwellers, whatever that means. So he had a throne forged into the pillar and sat on it during a weird night. What happened after that changed everything for our tribe.
Don't tell me. He went mad.
I wouldn't call it madness. Thrigvi stopped being human. He grew to a monstrous size and gained unimaginable strength. He became something other. After that, human concerns no longer mattered to him. Yet he's still Ulfr, bound by our customs and rules. It might not mean much to an outsider, but trust me, it's a very dangerous situation.
Can't you choose the new chieftain?
We tried. The moment we declared a new chieftain, Thrigvi appeared out of nowhere and killed the contender with a single blow. Then, like nothing had happened, he returned to his slumber. After that, the Ulfr began worshipping him like a god. Hard to believe, considering our disdain for magic and religion, isn't it? Yet, here we are. Don't be surprised if you hear them singing his praises or fawning over him.
Don't tell me. I'm going to have to fight a giant to become the chief of this town.
Although none of them will admit it.
Oh, he's also a shop. Alright, tell me about your tribe. Oh, cat back with a spin and... Arknights. Still not shown up yet. It's waiting until like 5 o'clock, isn't it? Or something like that. It's just going to keep appearing then. How are we doing today, cat? We haven't been drinking more beard oil, have we? by mistake, obviously, but still. Sure, tell me about the tribe.
Ulfr are a proud people, always the first to charge into battle. For us, an honourable fight is the greatest glory and duty. We are also renowned for our blacksmiths, the finest and the forlorn swords. Our weapons and armour are unmatched all across Avalon. But now we've lost our way. When Gunvaldr called for aid, and Thrigvi forbade us from going, most of us stayed behind. It's the greatest shame of our tribe, and I know many feel the same.
Why did he forbid you from going?
I don't know for sure. Thrigvi doesn't speak much these days, not in his current state, but I have a theory it probably had something to do with the awakening giant of the Gunvaldr tribe. Many tribes envied them for it, and Thrigvi has a special connection to the giants. Maybe that played a role in his decision.
They're just that buff that the cold does not affect them, right, JC? But how are you doing today? I take it vacation is now fully over, you're back, nose to the grindstone and all of that. Their bloodstream is 80% vodka. It's basically antifreeze at this point in time. Could have gone anyway. A foolish chieftain doesn't have to be obeyed. If it weren't for three Griff, whatever is how we pronounce his name. If it weren't for the chief, would the Ulfr join the moot?
Not in the Ulfr tribe. Disobeying the chieftain's order means exile and losing your name, and for a Dalrita, nothing is more shameful than becoming nameless.
Are you just a blacksmith, or do you belong to the Stonewardens?
Ah, so you've met some of my brothers already. You wouldn't ask that if you hadn't. Since you know about the Stonewardens, I'll tell you the truth. Yes, I'm a member, and the Ulfr village is our unofficial capital. Darvan himself resides here, Gerfhan's own brother, and our leader.
Alright, let's check the shop before we put ourselves forward to you know, fix all their woes. He does have meteorite ore. I'm going to buy that straight away. So Ember Seed. Has that been needed to... It's consumable. Green Steel, the Art of Gloomfrond Forging. Crown of Netherbloom. Critical hits restore mana. Whenever you have full stamina, deal 20% more damage. Interesting. Increases armor by 5 when your mana is below 20. Increase max mana by 25. Well, this is magic armor, basically, seems. So sure, we're definitely buying this book. So I don't have anything to sell you, do I? Oh, I do. Here, take that. Those. Champion Spear. Sure. War Club. Hefty Spear. I am never going to have 10 strength, am I? Nah. Sure, take that. So I might have some armor as well. I do. And basically we've just paid for the book we just brought, right? Yesterday the office was kind of chaotic, was it? Oh no. What, just the getting back into the schedule type thing? Just like a whole bunch of paperwork that has built up over the last... What was it? You had 2 weeks?
The only way to remove an Ulfr chieftain is through an honourable...
I am going to have a fight with the giant.
...and fighting something like him. Perhaps my mentor, Darvan, knows how to defeat him. He won't tell me. He says he's afraid I'd try to face Thrigvi myself. And honestly, he's probably right. If I knew how to bring him down, I'd do it in a heartbeat. But Darvan thinks, if our plans were discovered, I wouldn't live to see another day. He's probably right about that too. My brothers have grown unpredictable.
But somebody wandering in from outside of the tribe... I'll go to this
Smart
guy.
Choice. He lives in the second largest house in the village. You'll find it easily enough.
Will I?
I'm here if you need anything else.
Alright. Apparently we're going to have to fight a giant. As long as we can step back and then just pelt them in with fireballs, I'm kind of fine with that. I mean, if he's a giant, does that mean he's slow moving as well? Alright, well, there's several grindstones around this place, so we'll be able to do some improvements. Company you work for was sold! So the new owners are taking control, layoffs, restructuring, cutting costs. Oh no, heavy stuff. It all happened from your second day on vacation. So seeing how things develop. I hope... Are you secure in your position? Or is... Are you going to have a meeting with the new boss kind of in the next day or so? I mean, fingers crossed for you, buddy. But even so, like, seeing other people get laid off and stuff that people you've worked with probably for a while is not going to feel particularly pleasant, right? Right, is this the second largest? This is... Conqueror's house. Door remains locked. Only a specific key can grant. Okay, entrance. Okay. So... Conquer was the guy... This woman had the hots for, right? vaguely recall her saying something about conquer. Okay, right, well, I guess we'll just chat with everybody else. Start with Fraft. I don't know whether having the cold is helping with or hindering pronouncing some of these names. Yep, more grindstones. No? Okay. Grindstone in look only. Oh no, this is a grindstone, yeah. Right. Can we chat with you? Not whilst you're sleeping. Okay. Probably going to be working there forever. Actually, would be kind of okay to be laid off. You've been working there for 20 years. Your severance payment would be pretty sizable. So is that one of those, like, that you know these new managers of the new owners have come on board and have done that kind of assessment, haven't they? Going, which ones would it be more cost effective to get rid of? Like the cost versus reward of like severance packages and things like that. 100% somebody's gone through the number crunching that way, which is awful when people just get reduced down to numbers. Got an announcement that you will leave in April. So, yeah, because you've said you've been busily kind of filling in application forms, haven't you, Bulgogi? You've been at the same place for 25 years now, but they're only offering legal minimum redundancy. Works out like 6 months' pay. Oof. Is your place doing restructuring? Or is it the sort of thing you've looked into, Frank? That, you know, if you were to leave your position, you know, take early retirement, essentially, and all that kind of thing, what you could get out of it. Oh, you were threatened with it! Oh, shit! Three months pay if you finish the project in 3 phases. That was 6 years ago. Oh, okay. They suddenly looked at the workload and go, actually, you know what? You can stay. We probably actually need people to, you know, be workers. Guess what? We can't... Every workforce can't be replaced by AI. Alright, so we've got a bunch of lads in here, but no named individuals, it seems. Also, we found the lockup. I mean, we could break in quite easily. But does it look like there's actually much in there? I can't say I see any, like, locked chests or anything. I think somebody might just get locked away in there. We might have to have a conversation with them by breaking them out. So that was the Stonewardens one. Have we been in every building here? Was there another doorway down here? There was. So this looks more like an exit. Yeah. 100%. Okay. I don't know where that person I was supposed to be speaking to. Okay, this is the Ulfr sleeping quarters. As opposed to the barracks? This is... less... cord.
Greetings. I didn't see you arrive. You're new here, aren't you? You must be someone important if they let you in. It's a shame you've come when we've fallen on hard times. I'm Cord. I guard this place.
Did something happen?
You surprise me. It's rare for anyone among us to notice, well, emotions. Not that kind, at least. But you're right. I've got nothing to be happy about. I lost my father not that long ago.
Oh, he was the one that got squashed by the giant.
Thrygve challenged him, believing he could topple him from that damn throne.
Brave, honourable man.
He was. Mada was a strong man, both in body and spirit. I swear, there was no better warrior than him. Half the village kept telling him he could win against our damned chieftain. If you ask me, Thrygve knew Mada was strong, so he decided to humiliate him, even after death. That beast. Just don't tell anyone I said that, or they'll have my head. He forbade me from taking my father's body and giving him a proper burial. That goes against tradition. Anyone who challenges a chieftain has the right to a proper burial. There's probably little left of my old man by now. He'd likely fall apart in my hands.
I can see you're not one of Thrygve's supporters.
I'm not. I've always thought carving a throne into the lone pillar was a dumb idea. We all know it's a sacred place to the giants, and the Dalriata have always respected the giants. If they ever woke up, it'd be better to have them on our side, right? So, what's the point in defiling their sacred ground, eh? Don't know what came over half the village to support Thrygve in his madness. It's hard to talk about.
Can I help in any way?
If you want to. You're not forbidden from approaching the lone pillar. If you manage to find my father's body, put this stone on it. It comes from our ancestral mound. Straight from Mother's womb. It's the least I can do for him. May his spirit find its way into the seat of our ancestors.
So from Claire, yes, we're a lean, agile, progressive, forward-thinking organization. We leverage new technologies to streamline the workflow and deliver value to our partners. Bullshit. So it's not downsizing, you're getting right-sized, are you, Frank? Oh, no. I presume whichever neck of the woods you're in, did the council swing a little towards the right in last kind of elections and that?
I believe my tribe will see better days.
Though I guess a spot of light in the grim times that we're in, with the news today that the Green Party managed to keep the Reform out of the seat in Manchester. It's a private school, but the governors are all business people. Oh, I see. That makes a lot. Yeah, that sounds about right. More sleeping quarters. Is there someone else downstairs? Nobody down here. I mean, apparently I'm not even allowed to use these beds, though. maybe we would get given a bed if we're nice to the tribe. Ah, no, there is somebody here. Hello. Ulfr.
A stranger among the Ulfr. Good.
Good.
Aye. And hopefully one with some common sense. That's something this tribe has been sorely lacking of late. The Ulfrites were known for keeping their feet on the ground, and that's what I liked about them. But now even they've fallen to the madness of the giants.
A Theud admitting to liking Ulfr? Okay, so the purple is the Theud ones, which are the mages?
Giants used to live in the Forlorn Swords, just as we do. They were powerful beings, but not gods. If they were, they wouldn't be forced to sleep with a word of one man. And yet so many of us treat them as such. Thrygve became but a shadow of one. But even that was enough.
Gods can be toppled, especially false ones.
Aye. I see we are of the same mind. A god stops being a god when it becomes something that can be easily comprehended. When I left the Toyd, I wandered the Forlorn Swords searching for knowledge about the giant's power. Then, I got tied up with the Ulfr. And I suppose I'll be staying here, my work unfinished.
I'm wandering the Forlorn Swords now. Maybe I can help.
Perhaps you could. The last secrets I sought lie with the dead. The Gunvalder and the Oirata. Two tribes, long gone. I may not be superstitious, but I wouldn't dare stir their rest. You, on the other hand, if you
are
could
expendable.
bring me the records about their giants, I would be grateful, and I would share what I have learned.
Okay, it does feel like if we do his thing, we'll get a bit of knowledge to fight Giant Chief. Right?
Then I suppose fate put me on your path. Thank you, outsider.
Did you really go on my path, or am I on your path? Because I walked into your house.
I am a Stonewarden, of course. Our guild has always been respected, even among my own tribe. The Stonewardens are keepers of knowledge, though it turned out it wasn't exactly the knowledge I sought. I was meant to move on, continue my search, but life had other plans.
What kind of plans?
I found someone to share my heart with, for one. And for a while I let myself enjoy life. For a Stonewarden, the forge comes first. But there's nothing like sharing it with someone of the same mind. Then the Gunvaldir massacre happened, and everything was turned on its head. I couldn't take up wandering again. Couldn't face their ghosts, so I stayed here, with my craft. And my love, keeping me together. It wasn't, no. Though the Stonewarden's halls tend to be more peaceful than the rest of the Forlorn Swords, at least when it comes to tribal strife. Debates on the craft, though, they can get very heated, especially when someone decides to argue it in a lit forge.
Why the hate for giants?
I don't. I hated the mother for muddling the thoughts of my kin, for seeping poison into their ears, and I'm not fond of Thrygve. But what he became wasn't the fault of the giant whose power he stole. It was his own.
The hubris of man.
Live in their shadow, and I've always felt powerless beneath it. Maybe it's fear, but I've already lost so much to that weakness, and I have too much to lose still. We've said enough for now. I've got work to finish.
Alright. You're always surprised, Claire, that people seem to give weight to business people. Sorry, business people. From what I've seen, they don't have any clue how to do anything, including running their own business. Other than think they know how to do everything. Yeah. It's... You know, it's one of those things like... It's the old adage about, like... Nobody that seeks kind of leadership roles should really be in charge of anything, right? Because they always make terrible leaders. It's also, there's an element of that, of like CEOs of companies and things like that. Because, I mean, there's been like scientific studies to kind of demonstrate. Excuse me. Remember, about 90% human. That there's been correlations between like successful CEOs of big corporations and genuinely people that are, you know, medically described as psychopaths. You know, that socio kind of like full kind of how they don't see people as people. And it is that, like, just almost lack of humanity in them. Right. Is there anybody in this house? No. Also, this one doesn't have a downstairs. I can get into that. They're the ones that are going to turn into Mad Max warlords, yeah. Katla.
You've come across the Ulfr at an interesting time, stranger. But be careful. Things are stirring, and you wouldn't want to get caught in the middle. Now, tell me, what
She's
are
a shop.
you looking for here?
Define interesting times.
I doubt that. But most people don't have an undead half-giant as their leader. It's all about Tryggve. The chieftain isn't exactly everyone's favorite. Some say that it's a disgrace we ever let someone like him become the leader. That the Ulfr are now in the hands of a madman who barely resembles a man.
This is the Ulfr.
The Stonewardens are speaking up too, as he forbade one of our oldest traditions. Some folk are bloody furious about it.
Do all Ulfrites share the same feeling?
The truth is, we didn't speak openly about it amongst ourselves. I didn't know if it's shame or helplessness. But ever since Tryggve became the Giant's chosen, the bonds within the tribe have started to crumble.
Sounds like you're divided.
And I didn't get it either. Strength has always been what mattered most among the Ulfr, and the chieftain has always been the strongest among us. If someone...
Yeah, these are the ones that like to yap about giants. Yeah.
That one deserved to lead the tribe. That's how we've survived through the ages. Now, Tryggve is the strongest. I didn't care how he did it. He was clever enough to reach for power no one else had. He found a way.
What about Stonewarden traditions?
We, the Stonewardens, can no longer visit our kin bound in the stone sleep. And if you met any Dalriata before, you should already know that honoring our ancestors is damn important. Whether it's the mad folk from Volker or the ones from Toyd, our ancestors are sacred. Always have been.
Why can't you visit them? I take it the chief is banning you.
Tryggve decreed it so. We're no longer allowed to honor anything or anyone other than him. By drawing close to the giants, he claims to have become one of them, and so he expects the same treatment they received.
You don't mind that he forbade you from visiting them?
No. Of course, I have someone resting in the stone sleep. Brynja, my mother. But the chieftain's word stands above all. After all, He holds the authority to challenge traditions. And if he's chosen to do so, there must be a reason behind it.
Madness, that's what. Do you think someone will try to take his place?
I hope that if the old ways are broken, someone will always be ready to pick up the pieces. But it is the custom of the Dalriata that a chieftain may be overthrown only through an honorable duel, even if the one you're facing did not gain his strength by rightful means. Truth be told, I doubt anyone could defeat him.
Alright, well, we're going to have a crack at it, I guess. I mean, we fought a god in the last village, right? So why not a giant? What will be the last one? A dragon? Alright, there's some specific people we're supposed to visit here. So there's the person from the Stonewardens that knows... Right, if we were to go into the map and go quests. Pay respects to his father, which is where? Over by the front, over there. Actually, the back, because we're near the front of the village. And... Darvner. Where's he? Okay, we do have a ping on the map. Good. Right, he is... seemingly in that direction. Aha! That building up there. Right. Wait, that's the Stonewardens' place. We were in there. Oh no, because Cord was in the forge. Yeah, but we didn't see anybody else in here other than Ast in the basement, right? Oh no, maybe he's the guy who told us to fuck off. It might be him. Is he the guy that... Nolog, yeah, we spoke to you. And then there was Ast sweeping up downstairs. Yes, he's the one who told us to get knotted. I've spoken with Cord.
Well met, traveler.
No, sorry. Stronner.
Thrigva, that cursed fool. Undead and merged with the Lone Pillar, thinking himself invincible. And perhaps he is. For now. So I guess you want to challenge him to a duel. You cannot defeat him as you are. The Lone Pillar grants him strength beyond mortal flesh. No blade will bite. No armor will hold. Not unless you earn the blessings of the giants. Listen well. To face Thrigva and live, you'll need more than just courage.
What about fireballs?
You'll need to forge a weapon. A true marvel. One capable of shattering the Lone Pillar's might. Without it, you're as good as dead. I'll help you forge it. But you'll need to gather the giants' blessings first. They hold all the fragments you'll need.
Blessings of the giants? How do I find them?
What do I look like? A giant keeper? The giants have no love for the likes of us anymore. Their power does not come cheaply. If Stronner sent you, then go back to his hut. His wife might know something useful. Women tend to keep the wisdom their men ignore.
Why hasn't Stronner told me about his wife?
Stronner keeps her close. Protective, I'd say. Or maybe ashamed. If we're being honest, the Ulfr tribesfolk say she's mad. Perhaps even a liar. Claiming she speaks to giants? You can imagine how that goes over. But mad or not, she knows things the rest of us don't. Don't judge her by their words. Go to her and listen. You might find her madness holds more truth than most men's sanity.
If it weren't for Thurgar, would the Ulfr join the moot?
If it were up to me, I'd vote against it. The moot waste time dreaming of invading Camelot, while the Dorita crumble from within. We've got greater problems to solve. Fractured tribes, lost traditions, and a dwindling future. Fixing that should come first.
You two are conspiring?
Conspire. Ha! Call it what you like. Plotting, scheming, or just doing what needs to be done. Thrygva's not a man anymore. He's a curse on the Ulfr. And curses don't just go away on their own. Stroner and I understand that. If you're wise, you'll understand it too. Someone has to stop him. And it sure as hell won't happen by sitting around. Off you go. And thank you for aiding the Ulfr tribe.
But what's worse, Frank? A bad Scottish accent or a bad Irish? I mean, to be honest, I have no idea what accent I'm going to end up with this evening when I start picking out how I'm going to play my new D&D character. Right, we've got to go and find a mad woman then now. Apparently... Where's your wife? Speak with your wife.
Vigdis? What does she have to do with this?
Something about... She's got a better memory than you?
Does that old man really believe her ramblings are the will of the giants? Unbelievable.
You always let the accent dictate the entire character.
If the master of the Brotherhood believes it, who am I to argue?
I mean, with me, it's like... sometimes I will have a kind of a voice and persona kind of in mind. Other times, it's literally... The first time my character is introduced, the first words out of my mouth, that becomes the character. It's sometimes it's very spontaneous. You didn't mention her before.
I'm protecting her from prying eyes and the superstitions of villagers, that's why. I don't know you. Why would I speak of my wife, accused of madness, to a stranger? For any Dalrita, losing one's mind is like a living death, a shame worse than most can bear, but I love her too much to grant her a good death. If Darvan believes she hasn't gone mad, but instead serves as a bridge between the Ulfr and the giants, then I'll gladly let you speak with her. You'll find her in the locked room. Here's the key.
That's what the locked key room was. Okay, okay. This bloke has a Manchester accent, so he's dodgy, a rogue, prone to violence. Well, I mean, clearly you're making assertions there. I'm surprised you went Mank and not a Scouser as a rogue. Or is that rogue thief? Wait. Oh no, this is Conker's house. Where's the other one then? It's a different locked house. Is there a ping on the map? Seemingly over there. Still over there, isn't it? Or am I... Oh, okay. Am I getting to that? Okay, I'm going to have to come out of the village and around. You try to do Liverpool accent for a sailor character, and people told me I was doing a bad imitation of the Beatles. Let's face it, whatever accent I come up with this evening, they're going to have a cold. You're not from the UK, so you got stuff... Well, let's face it. Unless the D&D or whatever tabletop game you're playing is set in the real world, in a place like the UK, it's all make-believe anyway. So whatever kind of derivation of, like, some butchered, bastardized language or accent you come up with, it's gonna be fine. It's all make-believe. You did a German accent for one shot who strayed very close to. Please show me. Oh, okay, you went. I mean, there is something to be said about, like, some accents can possibly get a little too, let's just say, pantomime, right? I wouldn't attempt to do a Boston accent. No, I'm not going to go that far. Like, I can't really do a lot of American accents. Right, we were going to head outside and try and wheedle our way around, weren't we? So if I go up the hill here. Or is it actually down? Okay. We're going down. I thought we were going up a mountain. Nope. Oh no, this is stone people, isn't it? Yeah. I thought it had a little stone pug. No, it's a little bear. I thought it was a tiny stone pug next to him. Oh, I'm kind of disappointed. I can't talk to you because you're balancing on the edge. I can only talk to you if you're... Oh, there we go. Ulfr.
Is it you, Fusca?
I'm a friend of the tribes, and who might you be?
I'm Olaf, senior journeyman of the Stonewardens Brotherhood. It's rare I meet anyone from outside the tribes. I've never set foot beyond the Forlorn Swords, so my knowledge of the wider world is limited. And now, as you can see, I'm here to stay. So tell me, what brings you to us?
Afternoon, Trillian.
Perhaps you prefer I share some wisdom instead.
You've joined us as we're trying to figure out accents for various D&D characters, and which ones we can butcher the best. So have you any thoughts on what voice you're coming up with this evening, or for Monday as well? Though it's still up in the air whether it's this Monday or next. I think I've got 3 out of 6 kind of backstories thus far. I did say until the weekend, so... a lot of people from Boston can't do the accent anymore. It's going away. Okay. There was only ever a sub-population of the area in the first place, mainly Irish Americans in South Boston. You're very unprepared for this evening. No spells yet either, and you don't have a voice. I mean, the spells is probably more of a concern, considering you're playing a wizard, right? We're after Arthur's crown.
If that's true, then you carry a great burden, and an even greater danger follows you. Perhaps it's for the best that I won't live to see the day you decide to pass through the gate. The old stories about the one who claims the crown are grim. Even among the Stonewardens, we don't speak of them often.
I mean, like, when I think, like, a Boston accent in a movie or something like that, I'm thinking Good Will Hunting, right? I can't remember, it was, like, Rounders, also kind of set in Boston as well. Like, a lot of kind of Matt Damon, Ben Affleck type movies. TV? Like, what would be... Oh, what was the one with Kate Winslet as, like, the mayor of something? Isn't that, like, supposed to be a kind of thick Boston accent? Oh, yeah, Marky Mark as well. You're grabbing lunch now, and we'll try and sort something out this afternoon. The name is very Welsh sounding, so you think you're going to go with Welsh, are we? That's close, but not though. They all grew up in Mayor Easttown, yes, something like that. They all grew up in Southie, yeah. If I don't claim the crown, Avalon will fall. Perhaps. It's the name of the game.
But let me ask you this. Do you trust those who told you that? You don't have to answer me. Leave it to your conscience.
We know Fusca is his daughter.
A brave young woman who worries about me a great deal. She stops by every now and then to tend to my stone-bound body. A good girl. Though, if you ask me, she worries far too much. I'm not dying, after all. I'm simply entering the stoned sleep. And that's far better than dying. Nothing happened. This is the process of stoned sleep. It's my choice. I've chosen to leave this world on my own terms, surrounded by my brothers. The men you see here, frozen in time, are my kin. Each of them embraced the sleep, just as I do now. I know our customs may seem strange to outsiders, but trust me, there's no greater honor for a Stonewarden than to merge with the land we've served.
Alright. Well, we don't need any more details on that. We've spoken to others about it. We'll leave you be. Though I'm kind of disappointed this guy doesn't have a pug. That would actually be very... Somebody just petrifying and turning their own dog to stone as well. Alright. Keep going down the mountain. There we go. There's our other house. Also, is that travel stone? We got a fast travel point? There we go.